Hello mga ka-Nanay, it's me again, Nanay Jane, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever we have new uploads about ESL teaching, work from home, and motherhood. Today's vlog is a bit special for me because I'll be sharing with you information about these two ESL companies that have a personal connection with me. So today I'll be talking about, or not just me, but I'll be with another teacher who will help me have a comparison between Native Camp and Acadsoc. So yes, these are two ESL companies that have a special part in my ESL journey, because if you have seen this video, I shared that I was an Acadsoc teacher for just 3 months, and actually Acadsoc was my very first ESL company, but Acadsoc was not for me, I think, so I had to quit. And then a year after that, I found Native Camp, and then I realized that Native Camp is for me. So in this video, I have already gave my honest review of Native Camp and Acadsoc, but this one is, I think, better because you will have a different perspective of Acadsoc. So I hope that after watching this video, you will be able to decide whether to apply at Native Camp or to apply at Acadsoc. So this is not to really compare which is better. We just want to give you two options, and it's for you to decide on which choice will you make. Okay, so let's begin by introducing our guest for today. Please welcome Teacha Karen.
I'm a professional event host, entertainer ako sa mga social gathering. Bale, yung may hawak ng microphone, kaya natural ako na madaldal. Tapos ang hirap ng pandemic, no, kailangan talaga gumawa ng paraan. And thank you, YouTube, and thank you, social media, right? At least meron
Correct,
tayong
yes.
job as an ESL teacher, tapos meron din tayong side hustle bilang content creator.
Native Camp was established in 2015, and it is one of the largest online English language schools in Japan. It caters mostly Japanese students, but it has also recently expanded its service to Taiwanese students. Now, the students range from 3 years old to 65 years old and above. For Native Camp, there are two kinds of classes.
Hmm,
We have book lessons and the sudden lessons. So
sudden.
for book lessons last for 25 minutes, just like ACADSOC, while sudden lessons may last up to 26 minutes. Sudden lessons is just like getting online on Facebook and then ready ka to accept calls. So,
Ah.
ganun siya kay Native Camp. Mag-standby ka, we call that standby. Once you go on standby, anytime, pwedeng may pumasok na student sa'yo.
Akatsuc has been established in 2011, and it has about 40 million students in China. So isa rin siya sa pinakamalalaking company in China. So maybe that's the biggest difference between us and Native Camp. Your students are from Taiwan and mostly from Japan. So for us, it's mostly from China, and we teach children ages based on the website. Ages 2 to about 50 years old. But in my experience, I've taught students as young as 1 year old and as old as 56 or 57. Basically, we conduct 25-minute classes, one-on-one classes, but there's like a new upgrade recently. We also do group classes where teachers get to be paid double as well. So there you go.
Like what I mentioned earlier, at Native Camp, there are
kinds of classes. So we have book lessons and sudden lessons. For book lessons, the starting rate is 80 pesos per 25 minutes. But if you reach a certain qualification for you to rank up, so the ranking here at Native Camp is from B2 to B8. It depends on the number of book lessons that you get per cut off. And if you get the highest rank, which is B8, your rate would be 104 pesos per 25 minutes.
Oh.
Now, for sudden lessons, it stays the same. Whatever your rank is, the rate is 57.2 pesos per 26 minutes or 2.2 pesos per minute. Kasi sometimes sa sudden lessons, pwedeng i-request ng student na 15 minutes lang or 10 minutes lang or for example, ma-cancel yung class because of connection. So paid ka lang based doon sa number of minutes na tumakbo yung klase. For bonuses or incentives per cut-off, if you conducted 100 lessons or more, you can have a lesson incentive of 550 pesos. And if you completed a minimum of 20 booked lessons without cancellations, you will have another 550 for no cancellation incentive. So if you are diligent in conducting classes, that's a total of 1,100 per cut-off just for incentives. And there is also a referral. So no cancellation incentive and then the lesson incentive for 100 classes. There is also a referral incentive wherein if a teacher who used your referral email will be able to conduct his or her first completed lesson, you will receive an introducing new to tutor incentive of 550 pesos. And for penalties, for if you canceled a class, there is a certain penalty depending on your rank. And you won't be able to receive the cancellation incentive of 550. Let's say, for example, your rank is B2, which is the starting rank. So, ang cancellation penalty mo, if you cancel in less than an hour, you will not be, of course, you will have a cancellation penalty of 80 pesos. And then you won't have a chance to get your no cancellation incentive na 550 pesos. So yun lang yung penalty dito kay Native Camp in terms of booked lessons. For sudden lessons naman, there are no penalties when the class is canceled. But of course, you will only be paid depending on the number of minutes that you had with the student.
The starting salary in Acadsoc is 90 pesos. But if you have ESL teaching experience, that could go up to 120 per hour. So, yes, as compared to other companies, Acadsoc may have a lower salary. But what I actually like about the salary of Acadsoc is that if you get promoted to a top tutor who does trial classes, just like what I do, the good thing about it is that you can be upgraded, or promoted to the what we call the old package. The old package is when you get paid with or without classes. So let's say you plotted 8 hours for the entire day, you'll get paid the entire day with or without classes. And you don't have to be in front of your station all the time because let's say you don't have a class. As a married woman, I can cook or clean the house and still get paid for it. But it doesn't come easy because for you to become a top tutor, you have to work hard for it. You have to be a trial class teacher, just like what I do, which basically you conduct classes to potential ACADSOC students. If they like your class, they will enroll and sign up for ACADSOC. You get a commission, which we call the enrollment bonus, which ranges from 50 pesos to 400 pesos, or no, 50 pesos to 500 pesos, depending on your rank. So it means on top of the enrollment bonus that you get, each and every time you have an enrollee, you will also be promoted to a top tutor. If you're getting like a steady flow of enrollees per month, you'll get promoted to the old package. Now, in terms of bonuses, let's say for regular teachers, we have the perfect attendance bonus. It's self-explanatory. You have perfect attendance, no cancellation, no absences, no lates. You will be getting 1,000 pesos per cutoff. So if let's say you have perfect attendance for the rest of the month, you get 2,000 pesos just like that by simply doing your job. And what other bonuses do we have? Some teachers, some, not me, some teachers have a 5-star bonus. Every single time they have 5 stars, a 5-star rating from a student, they get an additional 10 pesos. And, to be very honest with you and everyone who's watching this, the bonus part really gets fun and exciting if you are a trial class teacher. Because if you're not, you're only limited to the 5-star bonus, as well as the what you call this, the perfect attendance bonus. But if you're a trial class teacher, you have a ranking bonus that could be up to 10,000 pesos per cutoff. The enrollment bonus ranging from 50 pesos to 500 pesos, and of course your perfect attendance bonus. But again, we don't have the 5-star bonus. So going back to Nanay Jane, yun lang ang laban ko. And in terms of
Yes.
penalties naman, Nanay Jane, pretty much the same. If let's say you're absent for a class, you will be receiving a penalty which is 3 times your rate. Your penalty for absences and cancellation would be times 3 of your class rate. So that's 45 pesos times 3. And the opportunity for salary increases gets better and more feasible kapag you are a trial class teacher or a top tutor, because on the recent Facebook, or rather YouTube post that I've added, I shared there how I was able to have 3 salary increases in just 12.5 months. And on that video, I shared that it's not only dependent on your ranking, on your tutor points, but it's also dependent on your performance and the revenue that you are able to gain for the company or generate for the company. If you have lots of enrollments, people know you as being a good trial class teacher, it's a salary increase that will come to you. Let's say my TM will just all of a sudden tell me that, okay, you deserve a raise. Oh, you'll have a raise on your salary increase. And I also started at 90, and right now I cannot disclose it because my TM said that I should not disclose it. But yeah, I've already had 3 salary increases in just 12 and a half months. So
Yes. Okay. So for the application process, I just have to say this, that take note of this. It has been very difficult now, and they have become more meticulous in accepting applicants. So you really have to be patient. Ayan. But the process is very easy. The first step is just creating an account or signing up using the link that I will share with Teacher Karen for the description box. For referral email, you may use my email address, mlpujanes@gmail.com. And then after signing up, you will receive an email to verify the account. So once verified, the next step would be English Proficiency Test, which consists of 40 items. And then if you get at least 80% of the test, you will have your system check once the site is available. During the system check, an admin will ask questions about your internet provider, the equipment, and will check if your camera is clear and there is no static or background noise. Then if you pass the system check, you will have the demo lesson whenever you're available and the site is available too. Then the lesson material will be provided, and take note, it's scripted. So you just have to study and follow the lesson and be ready for some grammatical questions from the admin. Then if you pass the demo, you will wait for a few days to activate your account, and that's it. You may start teaching.
it's my turn to share the application process in Acadsoc. So it's actually quite easy. Just like Nanay Jane, there's like a link that you have to click. Nanay Jane will provide her link on the description box. So do I. If you want to apply at Acadsoc, all you have to do is click that link because it will automatically redirect you to the Acadsoc website where you have to upload your resume, your details. Then once you have done all of those, you will just simply have to submit it and you will be getting an email regarding your interview. Your initial interview is over the phone usually, or sometimes, let's say, they will schedule a Zoom call, or using the platform of Akadsoc, we will be scheduling your interview there. If you pass your interview, you'll immediately be endorsed to training, just like that. During training, you'll learn everything that you need to learn to prepare you for your demo class, because the demo class is pass or fail. If you get, let's say, a score lower than 60%, then you fail. Although there are times when you are given a chance to retake or re-demo, have a demo class. And what's going to happen here is you're just going to be given like a material, a PowerPoint, how to teach colors, things for school, etc. Then you have to conduct that class by just simply adhering to the things taught to you in training, not as scripted as what Nanay Jane mentioned. We don't have a script. It's free flowing, so you have to be spontaneous here. The structure is given to you, let's say 3 minutes for the warm up of the class. Then for the lesson proper, it's about 18 to 20 minutes. The class closing is about 2 to 3 minutes. That's basically the structure given to you, and it's up to you how you run the class yourself. Now, if you pass your demo class, the next step would be, well, congratulations, because you will be endorsed to your TM, to your boss, your direct supervisor, and you'll be instructed to take your TESOL certification. Well, that's basically like a teaching license for you to do ESL classes, and you have to pass that again. If you pass that, that's the only time that you can conduct the classes. Pretty much the application process is very easy. There are, some teachers I've referred, they have skipped the interview process just because, let's say, the recruiter got impressed by their resume and their teaching background. So instead of going through the interview process, after your online application, you'll be endorsed right away to training. So it's like skipping a step, and it's very easy.
So I think one of the most common complaints that I heard from other teachers, especially nung nagsa-start pa lang ako kay Native Camp, is having less students, especially for sudden lessons. Kasi during the pandemic, yun din yung time na ang daming applicants bigla, maraming teachers, maraming newly hired teachers, and yun yung time na talagang peak ng applicants and newly hired teachers. So parang ang thinking ng ibang teachers is because of that, kumonti na yung students. So parang naging malaking issue yun that time na stop referring, stop asking teachers to apply at Native Camp. So I think ngayon okay naman na. But still, there are still teachers who are complaining having less students, especially nga dun sa sudden lessons. And then also there are some not so nice students who use the platform to like discriminate Filipino teachers and in the end give low ratings. So here at Native Camp kasi ratings really matter because they are shown in the teacher's profile that the students can see. So kung mababa yung rating mo, you will also have less students. Of course, students will prefer those teachers na good yung ratings. So I think yun yung most common complaints of teachers. Ratings and yung students, and then yun nga, yung having less students.
Strangely, here in Acadsoc, just to share, we don't have issues when it comes to booking. We're always fully booked. Once you have, had your regulars, you'll always be fully booked. Not unless you're a new teacher. Kasi kapag bago ka pa lang na teacher, talagang konti pa lang yung magbubook sa'yo. But in terms of the volume of students, we have a lot here, despite the volume of teachers that we have. But just to share with you, the most common complaints that we get here would be number one, the support that we're getting from our TMs, our boss. Many TMs are not responding because they're very busy. Usually a TM handles 50, 60, 100 tutors. So that's a lot on their plate. So not every time would they be able to respond. But the thing is, if you're a tutor, you're an independent contractor, if you have problems, there are times when you don't know how to get help. That's why we have this Facebook group where total kami-kami na lang yung magtutulungan dahil hindi namin makuha kaagad yung response sa team namin. Lalo na the managers, they go on day off on Sundays and Mondays. So that's one of the most common complaints. There's a solution to that. Meron naman kaming CS team na tinatawag na pwede rin kaming humingi ng tulong doon. And the second issue that we have here would be our tools. I mentioned to you earlier that we have our own teaching tools. The thing is, it's not always stable, just like now. It's acting up. Just like a few weeks ago, many teachers couldn't enter classrooms, and then we ended up getting a penalty because of a system issue, because of a tool issue. Well, the good thing about that is, kahit naman may system issue, pwede naman siyang ipa-wave sa TM. Yun nga lang, nakaka-stress siya for a teacher if you have to go through those problems with the tools. So those are the most common ingay that you're gonna be hearing about ACADSOC. Now,
Yes. Teach, may I just add, since
sure.
you mentioned about the tool, ayan, so dito naman kay Native Camp, meron kaming sariling website, so wala kaming ida-download na any tool. But just like yours, sometimes yung website ni Native Camp is also acting up. And minsan marami ding teachers na hindi makapasok, may problema ang system, ganyan. So just like what you said, pwede naman siyang ipa-wave. Like for example, meron kang book lesson tapos hindi ma-access yung website, yung cancellation naman nun is mababalik sa'yo. Ayan, I've been here at Native Camp for almost a year now. Nag-celebrate ako ng anniversary ko last February. Yan.
Wow.
So, bakit nga ba? Because for me, Native Camp is the best ESL company. I have shared this in my vlog before that as ESL teachers, we have different stories, we have different situations, we have different preferences. So what's best for me may not be best for you and vice versa. But for me, for my situation, Native Camp is the best. I love how flexible my schedule is. I can turn on and off my schedule anytime, especially for us na nanay and may bahay, ganyan. So there is no required number of lessons kasi kay Native Camp per day or per cut-off. I can teach for 12 hours a day if I want to, and I may choose not to teach for a week or a month. And then the rate, as like what I've mentioned, the rate for me is also good because I can earn 208 pesos for just an hour, which I think is higher compared with other ESL companies. And the materials are scripted, like what I mentioned also, so it's very easy to follow. Plus, it has its own platform or website, so it's very convenient for me. And I also gained regular students, especially kids. So I think even if I would have a better job opportunity, I will still keep my part-time job here at Native Camp.
I choose to stay here in ACADSOC because it gave me purpose. This is my pandemic lifesaver. I made a video about that. That yes, there are so many ESL companies, and yes, they may be better than ACADSOC, but I remain loyal to ACADSOC because of how it treated me amidst that time when I was like in the middle of a nightmare, no job, lost income, I don't know what to do with my life. It gave me purpose, and I can say that this company treats me well. Yes, the salary may not be that good. Yes, we may have like a fixed schedule once you plot your schedule. But then again, my TM takes good care of me. I feel that when you work hard in this company, you are rewarded for it and you are compensated well for it. And I also feel that there are so many opportunities in this company, provided you make them feel that you are an asset, not a pabigat to the company, of course. So I am still very contented to be here. And it's, maybe I cannot say that this is the best ESL company because this is my first company, but I could say with confidence that this is a big blessing in my life. Yun ang masasabi ko.
Right, yes. And that's what we have in common, I think, Teach. We love the company because we feel that the company loves us too.
Yes, ang ganda ng sagot mo. Yes, the company loves us back too. So maybe it's like it's really a two-way relationship, right? So whatever you give your company, they're also gonna give back to you.
And that's it for now, mga ka-Nanay. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have gained clearer and more detailed information about these two companies. So if you are trying to apply at Native Camp or trying to apply at ACADSOC, I hope this video will somehow help you decide. And just like what Teacha Karen and I shared, we love our companies. She loves ACADSOC the way I love Native Camp. So there will be many negative issues about our companies. You will hear many negative feedbacks about these companies. But for us, we choose to stay because we love the company and we think that it's the right thing to do. So I hope mga ka-Nanay, you will be able to find your own native camp and your own ACADSOC. Whatever ESL company that is, as long as you are happy working with this company and you feel like you have a purpose, like what Teacha Karen shared, and you feel that you are growing, you are loved, and you love what you do. So, thank you so much again mga ka-Nanay. See you next time. Bye!